Hello everyone, Lawrence here from Unicorn Reviews, and today we're looking at a monitor. It's the Asus VG248 LCD TN panel gaming monitor. So quick overview of the specs. It's a 1 millisecond gray to gray response time, 1080p, so full HD, but at 144 Hz, so 144 FPS that you can get without weirdness going on, which should reduce tearing. This is not a G-Sync or FreeSync panel, but at 144 Hz, do you really need that? I have tested the ROG Swift, which is a G-Sync screen by Asus in the past. I'll just link that in that eye right there. If you click that, you go to that review. Anyway, today we're looking at the VG248. So let's go over this monitor, what it is, what it's good for. So it is basically the most budget-friendly 144 Hz monitor, and you get a 24-inch panel. It is a TN panel, but color reproduction is pretty good for a TN panel. Something you also get, which is quite unusual with more budget-oriented displays, is a fully adjustable stand. So you can go up and down, and you can pivot it, you can tilt it, you can even go into portrait mode for people who like reading code or Reddit or 9gag, whatever you use portrait mode for on a PC. You can do that with the screen. If that incredibly good mount, because it's very sturdy, very solid, and it has all the adjustment you want. If it isn't good enough, there is still a standard VESA mount for you, so you can just swap that out right there. So I guess the main question is, what is it like to game at 144 Hz without FreeSync or G-Sync? I honestly don't really notice a difference because I don't have VSync on, so you don't have to wait for a frame. And at 144 frames a second, with 1 millisecond response time, the time in between frames is so small anyway that you don't really need G-Sync. It's still better, obviously, but it's very good, especially at the price point of 300 euros at the moment that I'm testing it. So right now it's 300. It'll probably go down in the future, so you might want to keep that in mind. So the entire monitor is built from really shiny plastic, but it's still quite sturdy. It does, however, pick up fingerprints and dust incredibly easily. Moving on to the I/O side of things, first of all, I want to let the world know that this does not come with a power brick, which is great. It's just a cable that goes into the monitor that does the power. There's no brick needed, so your brick can't fail, your brick can't make annoying noises, because everything's built into the monitor itself. Really great to see that sort of stuff. But I/O wise, there is an audio in and of course also an audio out for your headphone. But what's also there is DVI, HDMI, as well as DisplayPort. It only comes with a DVI cable though. I would really like to see a DisplayPort cable included with a panel like this, a full HD 144 Hz panel. They should really include that sort of stuff. Alright, and so with all that in mind, it's time for a conclusion. I'm going to quickly, say again what I think about it. It's very well built. It has great ergonomics because you have the complete adjustability of the stand, but you can still go with an additional VESA mount if you want to get even more flexibility. Screen performance, the response times are there. The 144 Hz is great. You don't really need the G-Sync or the FreeSync in this case if you can push that frame rate all the time, because obviously that's where G-Sync or FreeSync comes in, is when you have a bit of a frame drop. If you can keep the 144 FPS all the time, you don't really need that anyway. It has I/O, different ports, which is great compared to G-Sync, which only does DisplayPort, but it doesn't come with a DisplayPort cable, which is a bit of a shame. It is very glossy plastic, which works for some people. I personally don't mind it, but you have to keep it clean, and it is difficult to keep it clean. When it comes to display performance in terms of colors, for a TN panel, it is pretty okay. It may be a little bit oversaturated and then not enough contrast sometimes, but that's when talking like from a video editing or a photo editing point of view. For gaming, it's perfectly fine. You get all these different modes. I just set it to sRGB because that's what I prefer working with. I don't think it's very accurate though, but for gaming, which this monitor is designed for, it's all right, isn't it? Right then guys, so if you like this video, press that like button. If you didn't like the video, press the dislike button. You can leave a comment, you can subscribe, so please subscribe. You can do that in the little bar below. And thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to help me even more or follow me even more, you can do that on Patreon, Twitter or Facebook. Thank you all very, very much for watching once again.